Well folks, in case you haven't noticed, we are taking a big step back in time. Well, sort of, mostly, at least for the start of this video. We are on old school RuneScape, so this is not my original RuneScape account. This is one I made a few years back when old school RuneScape was re-released, just to kind of have a go at it again. Around halfway through this video, we will be switching over to the more modernised RuneScape just to have a look. But for now, I really wanted to see what items I had on this account. I don't think I had very much, so we went on an adventure over to Varrock. Now, for those eagle-eyed people of you that may remember the RuneScape map layout, or indeed may play old school RuneScape at the minute, you may notice I'm currently going the wrong way. Despite that, I was able to take in some of the scenery, run past a few goblins, and look at some fields. It would be rude of me to turn up to the Grand Exchange in a moment without any items to go and sell, so fortunately we came across a lettuce field and I got to picking some of these up. The immediate issue with that is these are worth literally chump change, a few pennies, so we won't be getting too much money from them. But you know what, it's something to do. As we can see on the map, that's where I currently am, and I need to get all the way up to the north there. So I thought we'll just teleport this, that's the easiest way to do it. However, we didn't have a Varrock teleporter, and the one that supposedly takes you back to Lumbridge I'd already used earlier. After many hours and days of walking, we reached Varrock. Although you may notice we will go past those level 7 dark wizards, they are an absolute pain. They're only level 7, but they munch through your health with their spells. I have honestly died to them so many times in the past, I thought we're just going to peg it past them. And once we got there, we're into the town, we go past that famous pub on the right, and we're just getting all the old school feels walking through the town on our way to the Grand Exchange. It took some time for it to dawn on me I could just use the mouse wheel to zoom out a little bit, although it doesn't change the render distance. It's an old game, you know, it's allowed to do that. We'll get round it, but here we go, along at the Grand Exchange. Let's have a little look in the bank first of all. That's the one thing I really wanted to see, whether I actually had any decent items in here. The answer was no, but I did have a fair amount of gold surprisingly, which I really can't remember how on earth I got that. One of my mates might have transferred that to me because I don't remember grinding out with a level 28 account all that gold. But anyway, let's do the most important thing while we're here and flog some of this lettuce. So we're going to flog all of them. As you can see, we don't really get many coins. In fact, no one's actually buying lettuce at this point in time, and who could blame them? But let us change over to modern RuneScape, and this is my actual account that apparently is level 66, total level 500 and something. I was quite surprised and thought my combat level was actually higher than 66, but you know what, I'm not going to complain. We've got our Saradomine armor, and I'm very hopeful that in the bank somewhere will be my dear friend Eek. If some of you know who Eek is, then 5 stars to you, because that is an incredibly old item, but we will hopefully find out once I get round the 10 million menus that now exist in this game. Anyway, as you can see, we got loads of weird stuff in here. Well, I say loads, it's not actually that many items at all, to be quite honest with you, but a lot of it's just old event gear, and then, like I say, we got some zammorack armor by the looks of it, and some other bits that I must have just spent me gold on. Judging by the dragon hide parts, I must also have wanted to try archery at some point, so that's exciting to know. Anyway, let us move over the tab, because I can't see Eek here, and I was getting a bit panicked. I was like, where is Eek? Where is the mighty Eek? But don't worry, in here we do eventually find him and move him into my inventory, and we're going to hold him. You can talk to Eek, and he tries to scare you. He's a friendly spider from an old Halloween event. I won't go battling with Eek because obviously the poor thing would probably get squished, so we'll put back on the scimitar and we will go from there. We're going to move all the money into the bank. Apparently I was holding 2 million coin. That seems really risky. But now, this is what I used to do back in the day. I would head down to the hillies. You'd open up the door with your brass key, head downstairs. It's literally just outside the Grand Exchange. And then you'll go in this room and fight hill giants for ages, getting big bones that used to sell for a bit. And there used to be something called like Wampum Wart or something like that. You'll know what I mean. I didn't see any of it drop unless they've just changed the name of it. If you did manage to get it, you are quids in back in the day. But long story short, we defeat the giants, and then all I'm going to do is head back to the Grand Exchange and get some money. Just coming on this game for a bit made me feel like I really want to go through and see what new quests there are, because there's definitely going to be new ones on this modern RuneScape. I think it's called RuneScape 3 unless they rebranded it yet again. I have no idea what it's called anymore. But anyway, back to the main point here. We're just going to flog a load of the stuff. As you can see, I must have been selling it for a very generous price because they were snapped up immediately with people wanting to buy them. So maybe I could have bumped the price up a little bit on them, but we're not that tight, not at the minute anyway, going back into the game. Anyway, folks, thank you all very much for watching. If you're new around here, please do hit that subscribe button, leave this video a like, and I'll be back, I'm sure, to probably venture into the world of RuneScape and just crack on with some quests and see what's about. Have a little explore. Until then, have a lovely day.